see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Right now, baby. Come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
Hello, we're back with another episode of Overdue Bills. We got something real special for you guys today. We got some Bills super fans with us. We got our boy All-Purpose Rad.
What up?
Yep, he's here. How you doing, Rad? You good?
Doing good, man. I'm happy to have these two great gentlemen with here. It's the super fans, one of the best fans the Bills got. So I'm happy to interview these guys, man. Get ready.
Yeah,
Get ready
I'm
for
sure.
next week.
Yes, sir. I'm sure Bills fans, you guys recognize them more than you recognize us, man. We got the chefs here, the chefs. You see them on Sundays getting touchdowns, jumped into them and slapping players up. we got Chef Norm. What's going on, Mr. Norm?
Yo, what's going on, man? How's everybody doing?
Doing good, man. We got Chef Pooh too. How you doing, man?
All right, good and yourself? Good and yourself?
Pretty good, man. Thanks for getting on with us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so we got a real special show for you guys, but we gotta shout out our people who make this happen. This podcast is brought to you by Buffalo Wing Kings. Being from Buffalo, there's two things the guys from the Overdue Bills podcast know. That's Bills football and that's wings. Our first choice and the best choice is Buffalo Wing Kings. And Wing Kings is Wings 101. With over 101 flavors and a beloved Wing of the Month special, Wing Kings is sure to school any other wing spot. Open in 2 locations by January 2021, one in the University District on Main Street, and one that's real special to me in the Black Rock Riverside area where I grew up. They're available for Bills games, parties, celebrations, pretty much anything you can put your mind to it that needs some wings, they got you. Stop by their Elmwood Village location now. They're located at 484 Elmwood Avenue, or you give them a call at 716-248-1427 and find out why we know and they say that they got the best wings in town, hands down. Wing Kings, Buffalo Wing Kings. All right.
Sure.
So we'll start it off with you guys, man. You guys, how long? We'll start with you, Mr. Norm. How long have you been a Bills fan, or like I know you've had season tickets forever. How long have you been a Bills fan? Tell me a little story about that.
I've been a Bills fan since I probably was about 10 years old. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Since I was a kid, I watched football every Sunday. I played little league ball since I was 7. So, and I've been playing football ever since. Yep. I just latched on to the Bills, man. And the colors got me, and my dad used to take me up to the rock pile, man. And it just, from there it just took off.
That's awesome. Yep. So, what's your favorite Bills memory in all your years?
Oh man, the favorite Bills memory was when we came back on Houston. The comeback. And that was awesome, man. I didn't go to the game, but I knew a buddy of mine that had a satellite dish. That's when they had the big satellite dishes outside your house, and we all gathered at his house, man. And the game, we thought the game was over, and guys started leaving. And the next thing you know, man, we rushed back into my boy's house, man, and had a ball with that, man. That's probably my best memory right there.
Sure. Shout out Frank Wright for that. Man.
Frank Wright for sure.
Yeah, I know my dad talks about that all the time. And speaking of dads, it's a real Mr. Norm has a attachment with us. We play football with his son in high school, so you see him crazy on Sundays. He was just as crazy at our games on Saturdays or Friday nights. We had the privilege of having him cheer us on for 4 years, man. So
no doubt,
shout out you, Mr. Norm.
And you guys were a great team, man. You still should have won the Harvard Cup.
Yes, sir.
Trust me, we talk about it all the time.
I know, man. You bringing back memories, man. Oh man, it hurt.
Yeah. But it's all right. That's all it is, though, man. That's memories, man. That we can just cherish, man, and hold on to them.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. So hey, we're gonna go to you, Chef Pooh, man. Tell us how you started becoming a Bills fan.
Well, I've pretty much been a Bills fan since I was a kid.
My dad never took me to the games. He didn't care about football too much. He sent me with his best friend that he worked with. You know, my dad worked at the steel plant. So I went to the game with him as a kid. And I think the very first game I saw, it was a Bills game in Orchard Park. We had a running back called Terry Miller.
Okay.
And, the first game I ever went to, he ran all over him for like 202 yards. And I thought it was the best thing I ever saw in my life. And I think from that point on, I was hooked.
That's awesome, man. So that's hey man, that's perfect. And we all had to start somewhere, and just glad you guys were able to get your Buffalo Bills fandom and still fly the flag. And I know you guys have a crazy tailgate. We'll talk about that in a little while, man. But
So,
no doubt.
yeah, but I wanna ask a question. What because y'all known as the chefs, so how did that come about? What made y'all throw on the chef hats? What tell us about that, man. What happened, man? How that come by?
I'm gonna let Chef Pooh answer that because he started all this.
So basically, we just a couple of silly guys. So, we were having a tailgate, and we was having all this food and barbecuing out there. So I was like, man, while we barbecuing, we ought to get some chef hats and wear them while we barbecuing.
Yeah.
So we got the chef hats, but they was plain. So I was like, man, we got to figure out, how we could get something on these hats. So I happened to be in the mall, and it was an airbrush stand, and I asked the guy, could he airbrush them, and he said absolutely. And man, he freaked them. All the red, white, blue, the sands, and the picture. He was an artist. So I said, no, and we're gonna wear these, for the tailgate. He like, okay. So we wear them to the tailgate, having a good time. And it was going so good, I just said, yo, Norm, let's wear them in the game. And, Norm was like, wear them in the game?
Right.
He was like, no, man, I ain't wearing that hat in the game. We're going to look stupid. And I said, come on, man, we're going to try it out. So I finally convinced them, to wear the hat in the game. And from that day forward, it just took off.
Wow.
People took to the hat, and it was on and popping after that.
That's crazy, man. He just took on a whole life of itself.
Just took on a whole life of itself. It was crazy.
Yeah, man.
Ever since then, man, we've been getting new chef hats for every game. Every game, this guy get
every year,
make us new chef hats.
Every year.
And we just tell him to do what he do. We don't tell him what to put on him or what he just do what he want. The last one we had, it was Pancho Villa on the top of the hat. So he really did his thing with that one, because Pancho Villa was a hell of a fan. Rest in peace. He died of that cancer, but he was a hell of a Bills fan. So we got him on the top of the hats, and we sporting him. Well, not this year. We would have had a new hat, but last year.
Yeah, man. That's what I wanted to get to. I wanted to get before we get into football. I just want to talk about tailgating. How is it? How did y'all adjust? Is no tailgating, no chef hats, at the game. What's y'all routine for Sundays? What's y'all routine for Sunday? How do y'all go about it?
Well, what we do is we gather up on Sunday. On Saturday we pick somebody's house, either my house or Pooh's house, and then whoever's hosting the game, man, we got to cook a big meal, and we gotta have all the drinks ready for everybody to come over. So it's normally about 4 or 5 of us that hang out every Sunday. So we kind of flip flop back and forth to each other's houses and stuff like that, man, and try to do the best we can, But other than that, we still make it a big Sunday out of it. We meet up about 11 o'clock in the morning. We still start doing what we do, hanging out in the house, man. But 2 Sundays ago, we did it at another buddy's house, and we had like a 10-foot TV, man.
Dang.
This TV from I forget the name of the place, but Indigo, and they wheeled it in, man. And so we cooked up cases of ribs and chicken. We had all kind of food, and we had it because it was nice out. It was about 7 degrees that day. Who did we play that game for?
It was the Seahawks.
Seahawks game.
Yeah, Seahawks was a nice day.
Game. And man, it was
nice day.
Weather, man. And we, so we did a tailgate at a buddy's house, man, with a big old 10-foot TV, man. We had a ball,
Yeah.
So we was able to experience some of the tailgate like that. We was able to cook our ribs and chicken and stuff like that.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Now me being, I've had season tickets for like 9 years myself, and I always stop by on my walk in to see you, Mr. Norm, and it's like that part is gone too. I can't come stop by the tailgate. It sucks, man.
That's killing us, man. That's killing us.
I know.
We be out there on Saturday morning, so we got the big RV, so that's our whole weekend.
Yep.
All that's cut out. Kind of disappointed, but you know what you're gonna do, man. You got the COVID is in here, so you gotta respect it, man.
For sure. We don't gotta like it, but we gotta respect it. That's for sure.
We gotta respect it. It's right.
All right, man. So let's get into some football, man.
No doubt.
So Chef Pooh, we'll start with you, man. We're 7-3. We were at this point last year, same time of the season. We were 7-3 last year. So what are your thoughts? We're leading the division now. Brady's gone. The Patriots are in turmoil. What are your thoughts on the season so far at being 7-3 at this point?
Well, I like it a lot. Obviously, the 7-3 is great.
Mm-hmm.
This year, I think the 7-3 looks a little bit better than last year because of Josh's growth, which I was a little bit concerned about. But I'm very pleasantly surprised that he took it to another level. And, with the addition of Stephon Diggs, it's working out big. We really look like a team. And I think if it wasn't for the opt-outs on defense and losing Phillips, I think the team would probably be maybe even 1 or 2 wins better, or 1 or 2 wins to the good.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
So how about you, Mr. Norm? What are you thinking about this season?
Oh man, I'm loving this season, man. Every year I say we going to the Super Bowl. That's what I say.
Oh, you sound like Matt. That sound like Matt too. He pick us to win He pick us to win every game, and we going to the Super Bowl. That's how he does.
They call me optimistic Matt on the show. That's what they call me.
That's me too, man. We going to the Super Bowl. We winning every game.
For sure.
7-3, man. That's beautiful for me, man. We should have won last week, of course that Hail Mary killed us, but that's all right. But 7-3, that's we right where we want to be. We ain't too cocky and stuff like that, man. So we moving right along, just taking one game at a time. You know what I mean? So we'll get it together, but we gotta watch out for that Miami, man. They're creeping up on us, man.
Yeah.
So
we'll get back. We'll get to you again. I got the next question is going forward, we got the rest of the season. What do you think we need to improve on to be that team that vaults into the Super Bowl, or we get that first round bye maybe? What do we got to do going forward?
Well, we got to tighten up on our defense. You know what I mean? Our defense really got to tighten up, man. We got to make better decisions as coaches. You know what I mean? And cut back on all the penalties. We get a lot of penalties, man, that put us in the red. And I don't like that, But other than that, man, Josh is moving the ball real well. He's being patient, like Pooh said, with the addition of Stephon Diggs and Moss and what's his name, Daniel, the wide receiver. What's the new guy's name? 13.
Gabriel.
Gabriel Davis.
Gabriel Davis.
Yeah. But other than that, man, penalties. And just stick to your game plan, man. And we got to keep executing on that offense. And the defense need to tighten up a little bit, man. I think we looking good, man, to get that first round bye.
Yeah, for sure. How about you, Chef Pooh? What are you thinking we got to improve on?
I feel the same way. I think that the defensive line could tighten up. Stay in their lanes a little bit better, and just kind of realize, the type of quarterback they're playing. Murray is he was a small, kind of scat back. So you can't rush him too hard. You got to kind of get up to his level and box him in. And, at 5'7" or 5'8", and make it a little more difficult for him to see through everything and make a completion, as versus just running outside and getting away from a big defensive lineman. The linebackers are, they're coming around, and the secondary is solid. But if the defensive line can just, pull it together a little bit tighter, stay in their lanes, I think we'll be better off. The special teams is coming around. Robertson is he's getting some nice returns, and the offense is definitely moving the ball. So my big concern is just the defensive line. If they can just, not necessarily a sack, but keep the quarterbacks from breaking it down and getting out of the pocket and wreaking more havoc.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So yeah, Chef Pooh brought him up. So I want to talk about our quarterback. I want to talk about Josh Allen. I want to know y'all, what was y'all feeling towards Josh Allen coming into the season, and what's y'all feeling of him now? You know what I mean? So did it change? How much it changed? We're gonna go with you, Chef Pooh. What do you think about Josh?
I think it changed a lot. He improved last year. I want to in NFL talk, I think they said he proved 5 percentage points or 5 to 7 points like that. So I figured if he could do the same thing this year, we would be a lot better. Because basically the first couple of years, they called him a weak link. He was turning the ball over. He wasn't accurate and things like that. But this year, it's like a 180. He looks like a top tier quarterback, and his stats are proving that. He's got the most touchdowns since he's been in the league. He's not turning it over as much, and he's staying in the pocket and settling down, and he's making good decisions. He's still making a comeback when we need it, and he's improved almost tenfold, 1,000% from what I expected. I expected, like I said, another 5 percentage points, but it looks like he's way over that in my book.
All right, Chef Norm, what you think?
Oh yeah, man. Everybody try to write Josh off, man, when he first came in the league, that he had a cannon but had no accuracy and this and that. It showed, but like I said, man, you can't. Some of these guys, it takes time to develop. You know what I mean? And Josh is developing to a great quarterback. He's like I said, he's being patient. He worked out on the off season with all his receivers, man. He dedicated his this summer, all to getting better. And I like that. And he during the COVID and all that time, man, he went down to Florida, I believe it was, and he was working out every day. I forgot the quarterback coach he had with him, but
Jesse Palmer.
Yeah,
I know Carson Palmer's
Jordan
brother.
Palmer.
Or sorry, Jordan. Yeah, Jordan. Jesse Palmer's the one on TV. Yeah, the other.
Yeah, man. And he got him to settle down, got his footwork right, man, got his accuracy together. And you notice that Josh don't fire that ball no more. He got a little touch on that thing now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Remember sometimes, man, he'll throw that ball so hard, man, and he's throwing it into the dirt or throwing it too high. Now he developed a little touch, that's right. And putting it right in there. Right. So he definitely developed, man. I like him, man, and I'm looking forward to him doing bigger and better things throughout, this up and coming seasons.
Yeah, hey, Chef Norm, your finger. All right, cool.
I got you, man. Yeah. I get excited, man, when we start talking about this.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
He's like, I'm putting my phone down. I just got to talk. I'm putting my phone
down. Man, ask Chef Pooh, man. We get excited, man.
Yes, sir.
Trust me. In the beginning of the year, I think I was the only one on the podcast on the Josh Allen train talking about he's going to do it. Everybody that my other co-hosts, they were a little down on him. Now they're coming around slowly, which I like.
That's right,
so,
man.
So what's this is my final question on him. So do y'all think he's the guy? Do y'all think there's no questions? Should we try to get an extension this offseason as we moving forward with Josh Allen, regardless of what happens?
Yeah, because I mean we're young guys. We were just born during the Kelly era, where we missed that whole thing. We were just on the scene. So you guys going through that, what do you compare it to? Like, what do you compare Josh? I'm not saying Josh is Jim Kelly or anything like that, but what do you like? I guess like what Rad was asking, do you think he could be that? Like, we want him to be the guy for 15 years here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I want him to be the guy because he's a young guy. He's big, he's athletic, and he's got a lot of room for improvement, man. You know what I mean? So, like I said, what is this, Josh, third year?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So he's got a lot of room and a lot of improvement to do, man. And he's making big strides. That's our guy for the next couple of years, next 5 years. I'm with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure. And it's like he loves to be here. You know what I mean? It's like got a lot of guys we lose, and people. I always hear Bills fans like, when guys like Robert Woods leave, like we should have paid him. Like we offered him the same money. He just wanted to leave. You know what I mean? Right. It's like the guys I think on our team now, they want to be here, and they're showing it. They're performing well, and we got the number 1 receiver in the league, the number 1 quarterback in the league, the number 1 slot receiver in the league, and Cole Beasley. He's playing crazy right now, so I like it. I'm liking it a lot, man.
And he got the weapons around him, man, and he's loving that, man. And that's why I think he's going to be doing very, very well in up and coming seasons.
All right, yeah. So we're gonna just ask you guys, one more question before we go here. We do predictions on our show every week. We did them at the beginning of the year. So prediction for the end of the season. What do you guys think? We're 7-3 right now. We're going into a bye week, getting some rest, getting back with their families for Thanksgiving. Coming back, focused. I think. What do you guys think? I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Norm, or whoever wants to start. It's okay.
Yeah, man. Listen, if you asking me that question, I think we're gonna win every game. We're gonna win out.
I'm the same.
I already told you, man. We're gonna win out, man, and we're gonna get that number 1, that bye for that playoff spot. Like it was at one point, man, when they used to lose, man, I couldn't take it, man. You know what I mean? I come home and I don't want the kids to say nothing to me. I watch no more sports. Dude, I don't watch Monday Night Football, man. So I learned to settle down. But I think, like I said, man, we're going to win out, man. And that's my prediction. We're winning out, and we're going to bye, and we're going to the Super Bowl.
I like it.
Go.
I like it.
I like
that
it,
ticket
man.
right now, baby.
You heard it here. You heard it here, man. You heard it on the podcast.
What do you got for us, Chef Pooh? What are you thinking?
I'm a little more optimistic. I'm gonna say 11-5.
Okay.
We got a few tough teams left. Yeah. And then you got this COVID thing going on. You missing players here and there, and you just never know what'll happen.
Yeah.
But the main goal is to make it in the playoffs, and then you can do your damage there. Whatever seed you are, if you 1, 2, 3, 1 through 8, you just got to get to that playoffs, start a new season. Yeah. And then, it's one and done.
Yeah.
So just stick to your game, and keep getting better every week, and then you start peaking around the end of the season, so you can bring this thing on home.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. You definitely want to play your best football in November and December, and take it into January, and keep it pushing the playoff and try to get to that Super Bowl. So I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, that's why I see Pooh always keep me on the level. I'm and he always seem to bring me back down to level. It's been
now you need that. You need that. Like, yo, we gonna win every game, and then you need something like, just in case we don't, I'm here for you. You know what I mean?
Relax, man. He gets me on point, man. Because I'm rah, man. So he keeps me sane right there, man. But something. I'd be like, yeah, you're right.
But something I wanted to say is like the first game back, man. The first game we allowed to go back, either it was this season or next season, man. I definitely want to would like to join y'all tailgate, have a big tailgate, man, and have just be together, just to appreciate being there, because you never realize that something like this can be gone. Now you feel like it's definitely more important other things happening with COVID, but just something like this, man, being able to tailgate, see your favorite team. You know what I mean? Right. And just all the stress for the week, you just go out there and just have fun, have a couple brews, man. So I definitely can't wait to get back to the stadium, get back to tailgame, and that can't.
Yeah, you guys are more than welcome, man, to come out, man, anytime. Just let us know. We know me. Y'all on the list now. You know what I mean? So,
sure.
So you come get some of these ribs and then all this good food we be out there cooking, man.
Yeah, I always stop by, man. I always stop by on my way in.
We just got one rule if you come to the tailgate, though.
What's that?
Don't eat anything Friday after midnight.
That's how y'all bringing it, huh? Y'all bring it like that. Okay. That sound like my type of tailgate.
Yeah.
I like that.
And try not to eat all the food, or you're gonna miss the game, man. You're gonna go to sleep. Kind of use it as a snack. You know what I mean? And then kind of put it away until after the game. You know what I mean? Because you might fall asleep in the stadium. We didn't have that done a lot.
It's a proven formula. It's a proven formula. You gotta,
That's right.
gotta find that
That's right.
balance.
Right. No doubt.
But man, we appreciate you guys being on, man. It's perfect. You guys are super Bills fans. We're big Bills fans. You know, just glad to have you guys to take this time out and take your Friday night, you know, to spend with us for a little bit and talk some Bills football, which we all know and love, man.
Oh man, that's a pleasure, man. Thanks for having us on, man. We appreciate it.
So yeah, man. Yeah, we got the Overdue Bills presented by Wing Kings, or Buffalo Wing Kings. They're going to be rebranded. They're reopening November 30th. So go on ahead and go down and get you some of them good wings, man. And every show we end with our customary little hey. Yeah.
Let's
All
go.
right, man. Thanks, man.
All right, man.
appreciate it.
Thank you guys, man. Appreciate
That
you.
was awesome.
Keep doing your thing.